Spoilers!
Waarom gaan mensen me altijd berichtjes sturen? Jij? Beest. Goed, genoeg. Hello. I hope everything is going to be okay today. Silver! Looks like we still have sound. I'm so happy. Black Mirror. I don't know. I played the game some time ago, just for 15 minutes or so. How's the sound, by the way? And do I need some light, or is this okay? I think it's okay, but... Music. Okay, wait. I'll just turn on the lamp over there. Hello! Still not very visible, but visible enough, I hope. Hey, hair. Run! Run!
You cannot hide! Not from me!
Not the boy! I failed you, son. Forgive me. Forgive me. I will let you down no longer. Forgive me. Forgive me.
What are you doing? What are you doing?
Ooh, ghost. Egg.
Make me to walk in the path of thy commandments.
Coward! You betrayed your family!
I don't think so.
Le fu le cloich gion mi muhucha. Gaboje am prish gabe mi rish. You're too late! You will not get him! It'll work. It must. Be safe, my son.
And quiet.
Dearest David, it was with great joy that I received your last letter. Know that you are missed terribly here in India. If my calculations are correct and the International Postal Service is kind, this letter will keep you company as you make the final leg of your journey to Scotland. I hesitated to say anything for fear you'll think me foolish, even hysterical. Your father made it his life's work to research his family's twisted history. This and his obsession with the occult combined to unravel his poor mind. John loved his family and his family home, but he hated and mistrusted them in equal measure. Son, beware of the Gordons. Blood is not always thicker than water. Your loving mother.
So is or isn't this the game you played, Hare? Oh. Ooh, uncharted territory.
The ramblings of a madman. I couldn't even bring myself to show this to Mother.
Okay, I bought this some time ago, but totally forgot about
The
it.
ramblings of a madman. I couldn't even bring myself to show this to Mother.
Find the answers, my boy. Library. Jasny Explorer key.
A note about a library, a key, and some sort of broken toy. Should I even try to read any real meaning into all of this? A note about a library, a key, and some sort of broken toy. Should I even try to read any real meaning into all of this?
Black Mirror, Black Mirror 2, Black Mirror 3. Yeah.
We have arrived, sir.
Yep. Just Black Mirror. No. Wait.
Welcome, Mr. Gordon. I'm Andrew Harrison.
Mr. Harrison, it's good to finally meet you. From our correspondence, I expected you to be older.
Thank you. I'll lead the way. It's quite dark already. We can continue to talk inside.
He's arrived, my lady.
David, welcome to Skahandu House.
Lady Margaret, how kind of you to welcome me in person at such a late hour. An impressive building. Skahandu, though. Unusual. What is its meaning?
Unusual only if you have not bothered to study Gaelic. It means Black Mirror House. Many generations of the Gordon family have been master of this house. It is a great responsibility. Perhaps the greatest a man could bear.
If I may, I would like to know more about my father's last days.
It is too late in the day for such morbid talk. You do look so very much like John, though. Angus, please show Master David to his room.
Yes, ma'am.
I trust you had a pleasant journey. This place is rather remote, even for Scotland.
It was most pleasing, thank you. I was fortunate enough to stop off in several fascinating places on my way here. How long have you been practicing law?
I came to the bar a few years ago. I'm at chambers in Edinburgh with lawyers who have served the Gordon family for generations. I'm embarrassed to ask, but it is my job. Have you proof of who you say you are? You are David Gordon, son of the late John Gordon.
Please, I quite understand. Here you are.
What a curious object.
What? Why is everything... No, I haven't. I didn't know there were previous games, so... Maybe I should play them first, I don't know. Decisions. I'm not good with decisions. I don't even remember what he asked. I'll just tell the truth.
Isn't it? It belonged to my father. He posted it to me shortly before his death. I'm not at all sure what it is.
Perhaps it's something else returning home where it belongs, like its new owner. Have a good night, Master David. I shall continue my studies.
Yeah, maybe I'll do that.
Please follow me, Master David.
Follow you? No, I want to explore the house.
I advise you to do as your grandmother instructed, Master David, and get some sleep. You must be weary after your travels.
Yep, I'll be right there. Okay.
Your grandfather, his lordship Edward Gordon.
There is no denying it. We are family. Somebody still cares. Maybe you weren't as bad as Mother believed. Grandfather Edward. Father never spoke of you, but Mother never had a kind word to say. You were the worst of the lot, she said.
So far, how was dinner? Newbie. Okay, he went this way.
This way, sir.
Which way? Ah, okay. Not yet.
It does that sometimes, sir.
But I had to get a little stream in before you guys started streaming, so I'll do that later.
Lady Gordon expects you for breakfast at 8, sir.
Thank you. Lady Gordon called you Angus? Pleased to meet you, Angus.
Yes, sir. She did.
No, you don't.
I am Mr. McKinnon.
Mr. McKinnon. Yes.
I'd advise you not to leave the room tonight. Ticking clocks are not the worst thing you may encounter in the house at night, if you don't know your way around. Sleep well, sir.
Maybe he's more of a morning person.
So it's really an invite to wander the house in the dark. In the night, when it's dark.
I doubt this place could ever be properly warm. Hold on. This looks like... Wait a moment. This is a piece of a model. I got somewhat turned around following Angus through the house. Sorry, Mr. McKinnon, but I think my room is probably around here somewhere. Pieces of some kind of drawing. How odd.
Very old indeed.
The candle is nearly gone, but it should do for a while once lit.
There was something here, right? Yeah.
In an old house like this one, sooner or later no drawer stays empty. I can barely see my hand in front of me. Everything I ever owned could fit in there, 5 times over.
But there was a candle.
Glad I don't have to carry you around anymore. Mr. McKinnon lifted you up with ease. Without some obscure local law that required me being here in person, I would probably never have come. A pigeon amongst the cats.
Sorry to inform you of death of John Gordon. Stop. Please return to Skahandu House. Stop. Andrew Harrison, lawyer. Stop.
Not many matches left. This handsome, cheery, sober man is not the one I remember from my childhood.
Stop.
I should get a new passport. This one's filling up.
Okay, so I'm leaving.
I'm going to need a light to find my way about out there.
But there was a candle somewhere here. Right?
Ah, just what I need.
Yeah. Light. Now we can explore. "1926. My grandma would have been 1 year old. Her mother would have been 25 years old.
We meet again, old foe.
I want to see the old foe. The controls are a bit annoying.
More pieces
Could
of
be
the
my
same
hands,
drawing.
but
Maybe I can make out what it shows if I had enough of them.
puzzle time. Nothing here. I heard a door. I heard a door. Or the woodworking.
A dumb waiter. Big enough to fit your own weight and food into.
Go inside.
Barging into someone's bedroom in the middle of the night is not how to earn their trust.
No? What's that? Is there a way to view? Wrong button. Ha. But there was a picture. Where's the picture? Okay. Later, perhaps. So we've almost done around here on the corridor.
Father must have left something for me in the master's study. I suppose I could ask Mr. McKinnon to open it for me in the morning, but I'll have him breathing down my neck. And who knows what I'm to find.
So, should I go up or down? What's here? As above, so below.
No, this isn't right. There should be a room here. No, this isn't what I need either. Where is it? Eavesdropping, Mr. Gordon? That's hardly proper.
Selected Poems by Edgar Allan Poe.
Take this kiss upon the brow, and in parting from you now, thus much let me avow. You are not wrong who deem that my days have been a dream. Yet, if hope has flown away, in a night or in a day, in a vision or in none, is it therefore the less gone? All that we see or seem is but a dream within a dream.
A dream within a dream. Is this what Father meant by a family of snakes? Wouldn't it be more comfortable working here?
That's Lady Gordon's private desk. It would be improper for me to use it.
Is there
Wouldn't it be more comfortable working here?
That's Lady Gordon's private desk. It would be improper for me to use it.
Go back. Something to read.
Despair, by a man called Howard Phillips Lovecraft.
Ghastly shades of bygone gladness, clawing fiends of future sadness, mingle in a cloud of madness, ever on the soul to lie. Thus the living, lone and sobbing, in the throes of anguish throbbing, with the loathsome furies robbing night and noon of peace and rest. But beyond the groans and grating of abhorrent life is waiting sweet oblivion, culminating all the years of fruitless quest.
The words of a troubled soul.
Which reminds me, I should also start a Call of Cthulhu soon. It's waiting for me.
The Castle of Otranto by Horace Walpole. I started reading this, though never got round to finishing it.
The gentle maid whose hapless tale these melancholy pages speak. Say, gracious lady, shall she fail to draw the tear adown from thy cheek?
More poems?
Ghosts, legends, ancient history. Where's the rest of them?
Oh, we did a circle already? Yeah, okay. So let's go down. Nope, that's up. Or should I go up? Yeah, I'm going up. It's locked. Should I knock? Knock, knock.
Shame. Attics often speak volumes about the owners of a house.
Who's there?
I can see the family resemblance. This one died very young. And this one. None of them seem to have made it past middle age.
Yeah, I can see the family resemblance. Not. Hey, dude.
If you don't mind, I have a system and don't want to mix things up. Lady Gordon is very keen on confidentiality.
Of course. Hiding something, are we?
But is... oh, his job, okay.
That looks daunting.
Daunting but rewarding and fascinating.
Fascinating.
Yes, indeed. The history of the Gordon family goes back a long way.
So it's true we are one of the oldest families in Scotland.
Oh, much more than that. The Gordons have owned this land back into antiquity, before records were even kept. Add to that some unique and unusual local laws. Well, it can be a challenge, but a welcome one.
Did you know my father?
I was called to the house shortly after your father arrived.
Why did that need a lawyer?
Those complex local laws I spoke of were to blame. Your father left when Edward died, so none of the required legal formalities to transfer the house were observed.
Does that mean...
Not at all. There will be no issue with transferring the estate to your name, if that is what you wish.
Have you had a chance to examine my papers?
I have, and am delighted to say that everything is in order. I would not be doing my job if I didn't warn you that with Edward dead and your father absent, the family fortune has somewhat diminished over the years. However, the real treasure is the castle and the grounds themselves. I haven't spent as much time as I'd like here, but it is a unique place. Well, it's been a long day. I bid you good night.
I'll get myself something to read and then head to bed too. Good night.
Indeed. I want to snoop around. Come on. Look at his work. Do it! Oh, back here again. Okay. No, wait. Not.
Father must have left.
Was there anything else downstairs?
Lady Margaret and Edward. How young they look. But who are the others? You really know very little about your own family, David.
I know, right? I was really hoping somewhere there would be some subtitles because there was a lot of talking, but only minimal sound. And my lip reading isn't that good, so. It wasn't at all what I expected of it, but I didn't expect much. Oh, shh. She's asleep.
A peculiar place to spend the night. I best not wake her.
How dare you? No, I will never. It's not true. It's all lie.
An impressive collection. Grandmother's obviously a music lover.
Though Silver, the game itself was pretty silent, but I also had some sound issues with OBS, and it keeps on happening, so. I don't know. Cam, work with me, please. Okay, just go. Don't walk. Okay, we'll examine here first.
Just how old is the Gordon clan? For all I know, it could stretch back to Roman times or even further. An earring. I doubt it was buried in the ashes on purpose. Someone must have lost it.
Mm-hmm.
The cold doesn't seem to affect the residents of this house. All the fires are fighting a losing battle against the draft.
Yeah, but when I started the game, there was also no tutorial, or you didn't get any hints for using the
I used to
controls.
regale my Indian school
It was
friends with
all
tales of knights in shining armor.
strange. But you can play it too, Silver. You can download it and.
Must be hard to keep this place clean.
So you can experience it for yourself. I really hate the camera, come on. Nothing else. came through here, right? But I think I'm gonna buy the Council series season. I don't know, but I really liked watching
Somewhere
the game.
out there they found Father. Or rather what was left of him.
And I also want to walk
What a
through
cruel
that
way
house.
to take your own life. On the morrow, I will explore the grounds, as soon as the sun is up. It's too dark outside to speculate about the size of the estate. Who would tear up photographs, given the painstaking process surrounding their creation?
Oh, camera. Okay, so I want to go back through the other door. Oh, we're just here. Okay. So we went through there. Find a way to open the desk in the library.
Why are you sitting in the dark?
Because I'm blind.
There's enough light for me, laddie.
Oh, your eyes.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, I didn't realize.
I see more than most do, son.
You are?
I'm the one who keeps the house from being covered in weeds. Name's Rory.
Rory!
Pleased to meet you. I'm David Gordon.
Aye. I kenned you were coming today.
How long have you worked for the Gordons?
Always been a gardener, and I do some fishing. The loch's a bonny place. Calms the nerves.
Did you know my father?
I did, aye. Shameful what they did to him.
What do you mean? Who is they? I'll leave you to your supper then.
Being a Gordon can be a curse, laddie. Your father kenned the hard way. Mind you dinna follow in his footsteps.
Blood. Not human, I presume. Better safe than sorry.
Yeah, just put it in your pocket. No worries.
This might come in handy.
You can. Examine, don't
The cellar
open.
can wait till tomorrow.
Okay.
Rory just disappeared into the darkness.
So I still have to go to the library and open a drawer, which I forgot probably. I didn't know I had to.
Oh, locked. This might take a while. I need to be steady and try to... Oh, well, there you go.
Now close it. Trophy, yay.
That's not the right combination. That's not the right combination.
No. Wow. Don't. Oh. Don't do that.
Mother will work in the garden all day in my absence. She always does when she's worried.
Maybe I should press the right buttons. Well, there's nothing else here. Okay. Examine.
Father knew how to open the cabinet. This will help. Father knew how to open the cabinet. This will help.
Okay.
Dear Lady Gordon, I write to you with the
voice
utmost urgency.
in a drawer.
I'm seeking information about my patient, your son, John Gordon. During our conversations, he makes allusions to his relationship with his father, but will not expand when pressed. You have failed to respond to my previous request, so I'm writing again to insist in the strongest terms possible that you furnish me with the required answers. Your son's recovery depends on it. Yours faithfully, Dr. Leah Farber, Bethlehem Hospital, London.
What secrets about my father is Lady Margaret concealing? Oh, locked.
Oh. So I need a code for that. Couldn't do anything here. Didn't have anything with codes, right? Yeah, 5 and 2. Something, something. Turn. Okay, so
The ramblings of a madman. I couldn't even bring myself to show this to Mother. The ramblings of a madman. I couldn't even bring myself to show this to Mother.
4, 5, 9, 2. Can that be something? Oh yeah. Ha! Look. Just had to look more closely.
Father knew how to open the cabinet. This will help.
Echt. Come on. Turn. Okay. Okay. Don't. I wish I could, but I can't. The two together. Just
Father knew how to open the cabinet. This will help.
They. Why? Why am I pushing all the wrong buttons? Wrong one. Others aren't. And now I'm stuck. And probably what I figured out isn't right anyway, so maybe. So I figured if this was 1 and this was 3, then you would come to 5. So 1 and 3 is already set. And it's how many tiles? No. Oh. is 2. Minus is 2. Don't push the... Kellis, thank you for the follow. Okay, and so that's 6. And this must be 4.
That's not the right combination.
9. Oh, don't. No. Why? No. Stop.
That's not the right combination.
Yeah, so it must be 8. No, 8. Go down. No,
Let's see what father didn't even want his own family to find.
A key.
Now what are you for? Here we go. This side is done as far as I can tell. But there must be more. What an intricate piece of furniture.
There's nothing on the side, right? There's nothing more to see. Why? I can't do anything here. Presto. Everything changed. No. Did we lose sound again? Yep. Nope. Total silence.
Something's not right.
Okay. Can I just take a quick peek? No.
Something's not right.
No, okay. Just look inside. Black, black, white, black.
Ah, we're getting somewhere. Yes, that's two open.
Woohoo. And now something around. Yes.
That sounded like some part of the desk moved.
Poison gas.
A
Acid,
key
something.
and a note from Father. Someone is tampering with my work. I know it. I know it. I hear them as they whisper and snicker. They sneak in when I sleep. This place isn't safe. I have locked my work away in the study. I am leaving now. I will put an end to this terrible torment one way or another. David, if you find this, then I am dead. The forces abroad here have got to me. I am sorry you have been drawn into this tragedy. The answers you seek are amongst the papers in the Master's study. Use them. Stay safe. I love you, son. My God, what happened here? What did they do to my father? Is this the key Father spoke of?
It could very well be.
I've never seen a key like this before. It feels like Father wanted me to keep it a secret.
Then don't tell anybody.
Oh, hi there. You startled me.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to.
Hey, wait.
Yeah, next time you're here, you could maybe have a look at the setup. And then
Where did he go?
I know how to fix it fairly quickly now, but still, it's annoying. little boy. Where did you go? Do they want me to go upstream or?
It doesn't fit.
Yet. Oh, come on. Just work a little bit with me, please. No. Okay, let's try it this way.
Open sesame. Someone's been searching here. Either they didn't have time to clean up, or simply did not care. If Father hid the key for me to find, then this means nobody has been able to enter this room since his death. This looks interesting. Screwed down tight. Someone didn't want it moved.
Come on. Those just for the cabinets. No runes on here too. How many rings is there? is the only one on the ring, right? Does it correspond with? Not quite. Not the right one. Okay, it isn't that easy, apparently. Mm. Mm-mm. One moment. So, did you solve the puzzle yet? So we have the N and the B, and it's the smallest circle. Only the middle circle didn't have the stick with the 3 points. So maybe it's all then we have the also a B. No, an S? There wasn't an S, right? So that's not it. Let's look for that symbol. Somewhere. So there are 5 and there's 6. Oh, wrong one. And in times like this, I really feel my brain is working slower. I can really notice it, which is freaking annoying. Did it take pity on me?
This castle certainly has its secrets.
I think the game thought, well, this is taking way too long. Let's just open.
It looks very precise, accurate. A lot of work went into this. There's a bit missing. Hold on. There.
Stop your whining. Stop your whining.
What is that? Oh no.
Wait!
That guy again.
The boy! Did you see him? Where did he go?
What did I tell you about disturbing me in my study?
Are you all right, sir?
What happened, David?
The boy. There was blood and he pushed him down.
Who? Who do you think you saw?
Him.
Dun dun dun. Trophy.
What did you just say, sir?
It's all right.
You're like your father. You can see them too, can't you?
My father. What did he think he saw?
It ain't my place to say, sir. But
Go on.
begging your pardon, sir, you should go. This place, it drove your father mad.
Drove him? Did he say what or whom he saw?
I'm sure I don't know, sir.
Best not push her too hard. She's scared enough of me already. I've been babbling in my sleep since I was a child. It's nothing to worry about. Poor girl is scared out of her wits.
Of course, sir. Sorry, sir.
Sorry, I didn't get your name.
It's Ailsa, sir. Ailsa Cranon. Oh, and Master Andrew asks if you would join him in the library. After breakfast, of course.
Thank you, Miss Cranon. Get a hold of yourself, David. these apparitions what drove my father from the castle when he was young? Were they what drew him back? He must have found something in the family chronicles he spoke of. I don't remember ever seeing that boy. A faded memory, perhaps? As far as I know, I've never been to this castle before. Nobody else saw the boy or the old man who looked like my grandfather Edward. But it felt real, more even than the daydreams that plagued my childhood. Elsa knows more than she wants to tell me.
Okay, I'm gonna end this soon.
Aye, and once you're done in the kitchen, go and clean up the cellar. The spiders have made a nest down there. A big one, too. They're crawling everywhere. Master David, nice of you to grace us with your presence.
Anything I can do to brighten up your morning, Angus?
I've had the staff prepare some of the finest Scottish delicacies for you. Black pudding, haggis, scrambled eggs with deer brain, and bacon.
Bacon.
I shot the deer myself, in the local woods.
I have to calm my dogs down. Just a moment.
That was delicious. Thank you.
I'm
Especially
sure
the
our
garden.
local specialities must seem peculiar to one raised as you were.
I was raised in India. My spectrum of peculiar has quite a range.
Where do I go first? Ah, to the garden. We're near here anyway.
Elsa knows more about my father than she dares tell me. I'd better earn her trust now. She might return to the village once the weather clears. Elsa knows more about...
Then just
Elsa
enter
kno-
the garden. Oh, she isn't in the garden. She's in the cellar. Cleaning up, scaring away the spiders.
Smoking a pipe? I thought that would be beneath her station.
Grandma.
Lady Margaret,
David?
may I first apologize for my strange behavior last night? It's just that...
Think nothing of it. You are obviously tired from your travels. Least said, soonest mended.
What kind of man was my grandfather?
Oh, he was magnificent. He was handsome, so handsome, and caring.
Caring enough to knock a defenseless child down the stairs.
All was so very different when he was around.
The maid. She seemed to be acting strangely, like she was frightened of me.
Yes, well, she's a simple sort, that one. She has probably heard of the curse of the Gordons the locals like to whisper about.
Curse? What curse?
Just a peasant superstition. I would guess she was worried you'd show the same displays of unpredictable violence as your father did.
I never knew my father to be the violent type.
Oh, there are many things you do not know about your father. This is his doing.
What? But how?
I'd rather not discuss it, David. And that maid should really keep her mouth shut and locate the earring she lost. She's like a magpie with shiny, expensive things.
I could give it to her, and she'd still never tell me anything useful about my father or the secrets of this place. But the maid? I could use this to earn her trust. I don't want to give her another reason to think me mad. This may seem like an unusual question.
I'd be surprised if it wasn't, dear boy.
Have I ever been here before? Is it possible I visited as a child and can no longer remember?
Oh no, you are a stranger to these walls.
And I have a feeling you prefer it stayed that way. I shall take my leave, Lady Margaret.
Yes. Oh, and David, the master of the house needs to respect the privacy of those under his roof. Even your father understood that. Sometimes a cabinet is locked for a reason.
I was looking for some documents and Andrew had already gone to bed.
I would still appreciate you respecting the rules of this house. You're not its owner quite yet.
Yes, boy. So I just noticed I said something in Dutch. And that wasn't what I wanted, but sorry for that.
Oh, locked.
Locked.
A sign of modernity, even in ancient houses like this.
It took me like 4 minutes before I noticed it myself. And I was like, shit, did I really say that? And I did. It looks like my medicine is beginning to work. Yay, red face. Where did the maid go?
This'll make it easier to carry. The boy. It must be. But I need to be sure. Perhaps the names are on the bag. What's this? Looks like it's drawn in blood?
Will the painting come alive? Oh, I really need to. Oh, okay. Can we do it again?
Regardless of what I told Miss Cranon, these visions are like nothing I've ever experienced before. And they're getting worse. I'll give that a spin later. I'll give that a spin later.
It's always around 8 o'clock and he gets annoying. It's time to go to bed. No, it isn't. But I have to take a walk. No, you don't. Hey, It worked. He listens to you, not to me. Okay, where did the maid hide? Been there, done that. You know what I need? A map of the building. There aren't any doors I can open. Oh. So, I need to find the maid. Is she in the study? Go. Yeah. Nope. Still a mess. Nothing else here. Hmm. Sure. What should we do now? Find a maid. Okay, so I go back down and see if I can go outside or something. Was there a door to the cellar somewhere? I'm here again. I don't want to be here. Did someone pay attention where I have to go? Because I'm lost. jump out the window.
Yes, Master David?
May I ask, the maid, she seems nervous, almost afraid of me.
She's afraid of everything.
You don't think much of her?
I do not, sir. And, if I may be so bold, one of Lady Gordon's earrings has gone missing.
You suspect the maid?
Not my place to say, Master David.
Yet I think you just did say. If I gave him the earring, he'd use it as an excuse to torment the maid. Not that I'd ever gain his trust. He's clearly loyal to Lady Margaret. How many staff are there?
Nowadays, only myself, the maid, and Rory the gardener. I suppose you could include the lawyer, too, if that is work.
Not many for such a big house.
If you felt like hiring more staff, I would not complain, sir. But of course, not everyone is suited to work in this house.
You've worked for the family all your life?
Yes, Master David. Save my time serving in Swaziland.
You served in South Africa?
Oh, indeed, sir. During the Boer War. But Sir Edward intervened and I was able to return unharmed from that most futile conflict.
Well, good day to you.
Indeed, sir.
Yes, indeed. Bye-bye.
Elsa knows more about...
I want you to go into the garden. Enter garden. Enter
Elsa knows more
garden.
about my father than she...
Enter Sandman. Dun, 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 dun. Now where can I go and find the maid? Hey, olds.
Lady Margaret?
Yes, David?
Yes, David. What is it now?
I saw an old photograph of a boy in the other room. Something tells me she wouldn't be happy if she knew I had it in my pocket.
Ah, that was taken in 1894. Young Johnny, your father.
You can remember the exact year.
It's a funny thing when you reach my age. You can remember dates from decades ago.
But not what you had for breakfast.
Maybe others can't.
Who, may I ask, were the others in the picture?
That would be your Aunt Clara and your late great-grandmother, the last true Countess of Scahandew House. And my dear Edward, of course.
I noticed my father had a scar on his face. How did that happen?
Falling from a tree, perhaps? I can't recall. But your father was a clumsy child.
Can't recall. But you remember the date the photograph was taken.
And what she had for breakfast this morning?
I shall take my leave, Lady Margaret.
Yes.
Okay, now I really want to go to the garden. Please let me go to the garden. Step outside. Leave the house. Or find a way to the cellar. Anything but walking around again. Chewie, shut up! have to sit up straight. Ish. Yeah, so now I want to go out or down. Ha! And the sound is gone again.
A sign of modernity,
Again.
even in ancient houses like this.
Property.
A sign of modernity, even in ancient houses like this.
It's really, really, really gone now.
A sign of modernity.
Why? Why are you like this? Stop doing it.
Even in ancient houses like this. A sign of modernity, even in ancient houses like this.
Yep, I think I broke it. It's kaput. No, still not working. Yeah, for you. Not for me. I hear nothing.
A sign of modernity, even in ancient houses like this. A sign of modernity, even in ancient houses like this.
Oh, ow, bright light. No, don't. Better. So this is the second time. it just went away. My sound. So if you can have a look at it next time you're here, it would be greatly appreciated. And I am walking around in circles. Where did the maid go? There aren't any doors here. Except this one, but I can't. And if I go there, I'll go back to the main hall, central hall.
David, apologies for not being here to greet you. As the telephone in the castle is not working due to the recent storm, I have had to journey to the village to communicate with my office. Upon my return, I shall show you to the chapel where you can pay your respects to your father. Yours, Andrew Harrison.
Or maybe I'll just head to the chapel myself, just as soon as the weather clears. It's labeled Mallory. Perhaps another client of Mr. Harrison.
Yeah, it's so annoying today. And we went out for a fairly long walk this afternoon. I want to open the wardrobe. I want to go to Narnia. Okay, now I have Enter Sandman stuck in my head. Why did I mention it? Hey, the maid! I found her. Let's first have a look here. Nothing new. Nope. Hello, girlie.
Miss Crannan? Isn't that used for transporting cooked food? Why is there blood in it?
Ugh, the wee scunner thought it would be funny to put one of his dead beasties in it to fear me. He should keep them in the cellar and... Sorry, sir. I'm speaking out of turn.
Dead beasties. Yay, we like that.
Did you ever talk to my father?
No.
I was serving here when he... That is to say,
Go on, please.
I didn't think it'd be proper, sir. Lady Margaret said... Oh, sorry, sir. I must get on with my work.
She's as scared of Margaret as she is of the butler. Poor girl.
And you.
You said my father saw things.
I don't want to talk about it, sir.
I noticed the attic door is locked.
You'd best ask Angus, sir. I hardly go up there.
The mere mention of the attic terrified her. What is in there?
Ghosts.
I think you may have lost this.
Oh, sir! Oh, thank you, sir. I only wanted to see how it looked in the mirror. I didn't mean to. I was scared to tell her ladyship. Oh, she can have such a temper.
What are you going to do now?
If I can sneak it into the salon, maybe her ladyship will think she lost it there herself.
From what I know about her, I very much doubt her ladyship will. What happened to my father here?
I'm sorry, sir. You're not like the rest of them here. Oh, sir, there's things you should know, but I really need this job.
She knows something, but how can I convince her to trust me? I shall leave you to your work.
No. Talk to about spiders in the cellar.
Miss Crannan?
Spiders.
Would you like me to escort you to the cellar?
Wouldn't be proper to ask the owner of the house to do that, sir.
Well, I'm not the owner yet, and you didn't ask.
Very kind of you, sir.
Happy to help. I'll let you know when I'm ready to accompany you down there. I shall leave you to your work. Shall we?
Where are the spiders? Oh, that was the deer from my breakfast brain and scrambled eggs.
Let's see what we can find down here. Harsh as it may seem, a proper serving of fire is the only way to get rid of such a widespread infestation. This is as close as I get. Otherwise, I'll have them crawling all over me. I have to find a way to eliminate them altogether. How cruel of Mr. McKinnon to send her down here alone.
So it's strange in this game you can choose some things and then he wouldn't do it. He won't do it anyway.
Raw spirit. Not particularly
And
palatable,
wouldn't and
but
won't
good for
have to
cleaning
be
and magic
switched.
tricks. The water of life. Some of these whiskies are from local distilleries. Looks fresh.
Master Eddie's work. He and Mr. McKinnon put it here earlier. Poor beastie.
Eddie. Another family member I've yet to meet.
Eddie!
Ooh, a lot of blood for just one animal.
So I'm looking for what? Go out of the girl.
Step right up.
Sir? What are you... Oh my! Oh, that's amazing! Does that not hurt?
No, a little trick I learned in India.
Sorry, did that scare you, Elsa? I didn't think... Huh.
No, there's an I in there somewhere.
And you are?
Edward Mallory. You may call me Edward III.
So this is Cousin Eddie. He seems
Welcome to my castle.
as terrible as the rest of them. My castle indeed. Pleased to meet you, Eddie. So, your parents would be my aunt and uncle Clara and Victor. Are they...
Dead. Dead as doornails, the pair of them.
Lovely. You've lived here all your life, so you would have met my father.
Only after he lost what marbles he had left. If it were up to me, I'd have locked him up in the loony bin a bit sooner.
Locked him up?
So what are you doing down here anyway?
There's a line between honesty and rudeness that Cousin Eddie doesn't seem to recognize. I was helping Miss Cranon.
Oh, why didn't you ask me?
Excuse me, sir. Sirs, I really have to go.
Leaving so soon? Was it something I said? They all tend to act like that in the presence of nobility.
You said something about a loony bin?
I did. Oh. Oh, you don't know.
Well?
Well, never you mind. I have an animal to prepare.
I'm getting very tired of everyone in this house avoiding my questions.
There's something you should know, sir. Something important. I overheard them talking, and
You're paid to work, not chat. Get to it, girl.
Sorry, Mr. McKinnon. Library, after dinner.
At last, I might get some answers.
Let me whisper. Okay, so we found the maid. After dinner. You see there's an I. in the name. Find the grave from the painting. So we have to go outside. Go outside! Leave this place!
Finally, some fresh air.
No, don't go down yet.
Master David.
You could tell it was me.
Your footsteps. I ken the walk of everyone here.
Well, that's rather incredible.
Aye, that it is, laddie. That it is. I hear better than most. See more than most and all.
Father had a similar toolbox. Back when he still fixed things around the house. When you talked about what they did to my father, what did you mean?
You shouldn't have come back. You canna go through what he did as a bairn and no be sick.
So his hospitalization was justified then?
Not for me to say. Before you think of putting down roots here, you should think on what the poison grown here did to your father. You ken?
No, not really.
If you dinna mind, this door will no mend itself.
I'll leave you to it then. Probably didn't look much better before the storm.
You're working tomorrow, Silver? Because I might drop by if my legs...
Must be hard to look after the
allow it.
plants when you can barely see them.
Okay, so let's go that way. Oh, the grave around the painting was here somewhere. It's annoying I can't see the photo pieces.
I've seen this before. In the painting. This is the grave I saw in that waking dream or whatever it was. The grave my father buried something in as a boy. Who's buried here? If I could just... Ah! These vines are too thick. I need something to cut through these.
You had a knife in your pants,
I need
right?
something to cut through these.
Okay, I'll look for something. T-shirts, yay. Can I go in?
Locked with a padlock. Andrew will have a key, but I'm not keen on waiting for his return. Locked with a padlock.
Yeah. Okay. Shh. So I need a key and a garden shear or something. Maybe in the toolbox. Can I?
Rory's tools. A hammer, a tenon saw, a bolt cutter. All a bit rusty, but in good order. Rory's tools. Rory's tool.
Yeah. Shh. If you're not doing anything, then you don't have to repeat it. Ah, nice. Ow, 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 ow.
A sturdy enough vessel, if you trust your swimming skills.
We've walked in a circle again. Hey, you got some tools I can borrow?
You wouldn't have to have a chapel key, would you?
Ain't set a foot in there for years, and I don't intend to either.
That'll be a no then. May I borrow your bolt cutter?
Maybe. If I ken what you need it for.
The graves. I would like to tidy them up. That way I can pay my respects properly.
Is that a fact? Why's that then?
They are my family. They deserve to be remembered.
Fair enough, laddie. Just grab it yourself, will ye?
Thanks. Alright.
letter. Cecilia Shaw Nee Gordon. Aunt Cecilia. Now, let's see if there's something really buried in here. Another piece of the castle model. Another part of the model, and it's stained with what seems to be old blood. Why did Father bury this when he was a child? Another part of the model, and it's stained with what seems to be old blood. Why did Father bury this when he was a child?
Okay, so I could maybe open the chapel.
Nobody left to mourn the dead or care for their graves, it seems.
Should I? Yeah, well, I can't cancel anymore, so... And I need to... smash.
Father, I hope you found your peace. Were you sick, like they say you were? Or the victim of this curse? This curse of the Gordons? Whatever it is, I think you may have passed it on to me. Being the chronicle of the family Gordon, as laid down by Sir Drummond Gordon, the year of our Lord, 1413.
Local legend speaks of this particular glen as being inhabited from time immemorial. Enigmatic, elaborately carved Pictish stones stand as timeless evidence of this. As for the locals, they appear prideful of the counsel they delight in giving to visitors. Traveler, beware.
Traveler, beware. So I'm standing.
The Celtic peoples arrived in this place like a great beast, bringing with them the bloodlines that would eventually spawn the Gordon clan. Using their superior numbers, knowledge, and machines of war, they swiftly conquered the primeval Picts.
Yeah, my
With them, they
leg
brought
is
too
starting
their
to
religion
hurt
and
from
druid clerics. The magics these wise men used did shape forever the lands, even until this present day. It is said that the sempiternal burden our family carries rose at that time. 'Tis well recorded how the Empire of Rome did fail to tame the wayward Scots, that they did even raise a barrier to protect their mighty empire. What is seldom told is the truth behind their defeat. Our ancestors drew upon ancient powers to aid their victory, powers not easily fathomed by the fragile human mind. This aid did come at the greatest of costs, a debt as yet unsettled, a price we will continue to pay until the last Gordon passes to dust.
Okay. I read that one already, right? Oh no, I didn't.
For the centuries, we Gordons made the land our own. Others did bow to us, as we kept the secrets of Scahan Dubh, the secrets of the Black Mirror. Even as tragedy and madness did fester in our foundations, We held fast and steered the land through vile English attack and worse. In time, the Gordons and the land became one.
Some pages have been ripped out. The only thing left seems to be some kind of family oath.
In blood we are bound to the land we protect, to the truths we alone may conceal. I shall forfeit my life. Lest my clan should suffer, I shall forfeit my spirit to hold the darkness at bay. In blood we are bound till the day of the reckoning.
Where's the call coming from?
Ghosts. Or maybe the window, which is smashed or broken or not there. Walk the plank, boy. Come on. Go up. Who can do it? No, you can't. Okay. Touch.
Is this what madness feels like? It can't be real.
Ooh, balls. Ooh, I like this. Yeah, salt, iron.
All this looks like the bottom of a lake.
No, really? What gave it away?
What are you trying to show me? She's not holding a baby, but some heavy object to weigh herself down.
No. Climb. Come on.
There's a fresh wound across her stomach. The figure up there must be...
Yeah, oh, there.
a note.
Find my child!
That's not nice when he repeats
Are
stuff.
you alright?
And I... when he repeats stuff and I push a button, it
Did
he
you
just goes
did you
on
see her?
talking, and now he
She
skipped.
drowned.
Not fair.
Calm down, you are in shock. What were you doing clambering about in here?
Oh, if I told you, you'd think me mad.
Odd. That is just what your father said to me.
What? Who are you?
My name is Dr. Leah Faber. I treated your father at the asylum.
Yay.
The asylum?
Let's get you back to the castle and make sure you are all right.
And then I'll take you to the asylum.
What did you come here for?
I'm not sure your father's story is finished yet, and there are some things I still need to make my peace with.
What's this about an asylum?
As I said, your father was admitted.
Why? Who did that to him?
I did. But unfortunately, he managed to escape.
What? Hold on a minute. How dare you come in here and...
Told you? Your father was a madman. A complete and utter madman. Don't mind me. Please continue.
Well, what right did you have to lock my father up in a madhouse?
I was his doctor. I understand you are in shock, but you have no right to speak to me in such a way. I was trying to help him.
He's dead. Capital job.
Now, hold on just a minute.
Just a whoa.
Oh, Jesus! Oh, no! No! No!
Oh. Snap. Trophy. Oh, we completed a chapter. Okay.
Eddie, it'll be all right. Pull yourself together.
I suggest nobody else goes down there. We should keep the room intact until the police can get here.
I shall alert them first thing in the morning. What an unfortunate accident.
An accident? You think so? Just after the madman's son turned up at our door?
And yet you were the one standing over her body with blood on your hands.
How dare you? I was too late. I was trying to help her. She...
There, my sweet boy. Let's get you to bed. Angus, would you?
Of course, ma'am.
I think we will all benefit from a good night's sleep.
Yeah, I think so too.
I know you may have no reason to, but I need you to trust me. I'm the only one on your side when it comes to your father's death.
Lady Margaret certainly isn't. But if I told you what I saw in the chapel, you'd have me in a padded cell, just like my father. So, what was my father like when you locked him up?
I didn't just lock him up, I tried to help him. Your father was heavily drugged when he was brought to me. It was to prevent any further violent outbursts, or so Lady Margaret had said, but something felt wrong, even then.
Why did you come here? To make sure my father was successfully in the ground?
With all due respect, Mr. Gordon, I will not allow you to speak to me or about my work in such a tone. I tried everything I could to aid your father. He was convinced he was carrying some ancient curse, that he was being haunted by evil. I wish I had reached him, had been able to help him.
So do I. You weren't the only one who couldn't reach him. You're a persistent one, aren't you? Maybe if I threw you a bone, you'd get off my back. Father was obsessed with the history of the family for as long as I can remember.
Did your father actually believe his family was out to get him?
Who knows? I think what scared him was beyond the physical. He used to babble about a dark force threatening him and our family.
Was that why he moved you to India? To get as far away as possible?
I believe so.
And yet, here you are, in the very place he sought to protect you from.
Who knows? Maybe there is an ancient evil in this place. An evil that drags us back no matter how far away we get. Even from the other side of the world.
And what do you think? Was your father right? Are there things beyond the physical?
I have other things to worry about right now. Things like a drowning woman floating in thin air. If you really want to help me, I need to find out what the maid knew. What Lady Margaret and Angus didn't want her to tell me.
You believe it got her killed?
Maybe. What I saw in the chapel, it has to be real. She must have drowned herself down at the loch. Because if it's all in my mind, like father, like son.
What more is there to talk about?
We need to
Nothing, right?
examine the maid's body in the cellar.
Oh yeah.
To find out who killed her.
To be sure she was murdered before we start pointing fingers.
To make sure she's dead. Okay, should I continue? Shall I stop? Stop. I don't know.
Angus will have the key. Unless we can find another way in.
Yeah, I don't know how long it will be before we get another nice bright point to stop.
What is it? I'll get you back. Oh, you again.
Stop monkeying around.
Come with me.
I'll come inside in a bit.
Don't go.
Can I just have a few
It's
more
not a request, Carol.
Don't worry. I'll be fine.
What's happening to me?
David? Is everything all right?
We should make haste.
Never mind me. I'm just collecting pieces of photos scattered around.
Nobody in this house is particularly chatty. Not even when I have an actual question for them.
How do we get in the cellar? I thought maybe there was but apparently not. A window or a back door.
Oh, stunning.
Oh.
How curious. Come and look at this. Look, they form a clear circle.
This can't be a fluke.
Well, looks like one of the stones is missing.
A heavy enough stone to weigh yourself down with.
I've never seen a rose like this before.
I have. The gardener, Rory. He brought some down from the glass house.
Something's carved into each one.
We need to examine the maid's body in the cellar.
Yeah.
To find out who killed her.
I was just making sure. Nothing here then. Ow. I want to get into the cellar, and I hope it doesn't take as much time as it did. No, okay. Then we go back. Let's take the dumbbell lift thingy. It was upstairs, right? Could you just walk a bit faster with the light? Because I can't see. Go inside, come on. Use the thing. What good is the lift if you're not going to use it? Nope. Oh. So, how do I get into the cellar? Because if I can't find it, I will just stop streaming. Because we've been on it a little over 3 hours now.
If you'd just like to wait out here, sir.
I need to speak with Eddie.
The young master and her ladyship are otherwise detained.
Might as well try moving a mountain out of the way.
May I remind you, this is my house?
May I remind you that it is not yours yet.
Fair enough.
There's no doubt about his loyalty, nor with whom it lies.
Mr. McKinnon, Angus, may I have the key to the cellar?
Buddy.
You may not, sir. As Mr. Harrison said, it will remain locked until the police arrive.
Maybe once I find out what really happened to Father here, I can finally talk to my family and staff about some lighter topics. There's no doubt about...
Yeah. Okay, so... What now? Another black screen. Why? That. Go that way. Yeah.
We need to examine the
To find out who killed her.
But we cannot get into the cellar because we have no key. And we can't get there via the garden. So I'm stuck again. Let's look at the fireplace. Relaxing. I don't know. Oh. Can I get in here? No. Hey.
That's an unusual looking rose. I noticed one lying by the side of the loch.
Aye, that's been me. A flower for the flower of Skahandu, Cecilia.
My aunt? They're for her.
I grew 'em for her. She loved the roses, did Cecilia. No the red ones, though. Made her think of blood, ye ken.
Forgive me, but wouldn't it be more fitting to place them on her grave?
Why, she's no there, is she, laddie? That's not where she rests. And I don't much stand by your modern god.
Rory, what happened to her? What happened to Cecilia?
I'm not in the mood to open old wounds, laddie.
There are some strange markings carved into the stones on the shore.
Runes, aye. I'm old-fashioned, I suppose. Still hold to the old ways.
superstitions don't gain validity just by being believed in for a long time.
I'd watch that. Your precious science doesn't have all the answers, lassie.
May I have some of the roses, Rory? I'd like to place them on Cecilia's grave.
What's she to you? You didn't ken her.
No, I didn't. But she's family. And besides, Father always spoke fondly of her. He would even smile as he talked about playing in the gardens with her as a child.
He did he? Aye, well, that's good to ken. I should have some left in the glass house.
I'll speak to you later, Rory.
Aye, I'm sure you will, laddie. Sorry, lassie, but you can't go in. It's for family only.
Just hold on a moment.
No, it's okay. I quite understand. You go ahead, and I'll wait here for you, if I must.
Aye, you must. I know, it doesn't look like I have green fingers.
I think there's something maybe behind my cam image.
Looking to break some more locks, laddie.
Yeah. I don't know for sure, but I'll move
Are
my
these?
cam.
Aye, Cecilia's roses.
They're beautiful.
I like to think so.
But they seem to be the only thing that grows here.
So I'm wearing this headset. I hear the game and I still hear my neighbors singing. So
These are dead as dodos.
Hard to raise anything beautiful here, ever since Cecilia's gone.
I thought there was a... Oh no, nothing. Okay.
Can you tell me about Cecilia? What was she like?
She was a lovely lassie, but she had more than her share of troubles.
Grandfather Edward.
You ken well enough, son.
You said she wasn't in her grave.
Aye, that I did, that I did.
Did she drown?
She did. Killed herself. Her body was never found. Now all I have of her is my memories. And they are not what they were. And this.
That is exquisite. Cecilia made this.
She made it, aye. For me. Girl must have cut her fingers 100 times doing it. On the thorns, ye ken.
You are unworthy of the name Gordon.
Get away from her, you coward!
Oh. Was there something I should have done? Okay. Ah. That's what you get for not paying attention. Okay. I didn't see any indication I should have done something, but probably missed it.
Sorry, lassie, but you
just...
Yeah, blah blah blah.
No, it's okay. I quite understand. You go ahead, and I'll wait here for you. If I must.
You must.
Aye, you must. I know, it doesn't look like I have green fingers.
Okay, there was something here.
Look into...
Something here, and I'm not gonna listen to everything again.
Are these?
Aye.
But they see. Can.
It's beautiful.
That's.
And then the room turned blue. Now we're gonna touch some things.
You are unworthy of the name Gordon.
Get away from her, you coward!
I pushed the button to examine. I don't like this. Okay, I will move my cam.
Sorry, lassie, but you...
Blah, blah, blah.
Aye, you must.
Huh. Well, loading screen isn't even that useful.
I know, it doesn't look like I have green fingers.
No. So
Can you?
Yeah. She did. Aye.
More locks, yes.
Look.
That's.
Blue. Okay. Let's do it one more time.
You are unworthy of the name Gordon.
Get away from her, you coward!
But now I didn't even get the option to examine something. Okay. Last time, and then I'm through for today. Then I'm done. We'll go back next time. Yada yada yada.
Sir?
You can go in, Lassie.
No.
Aye, you must. Don't cry. Well, I'm holding back the tears.
I know, it doesn't look like I have green fingers.
Can you tell me?
Yada 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 yada. Blah blah blah
Yeah.
blah
Ah,
Did she drown?
she did.
Are these?
Aye, Cecilia's roses.
They're beautiful,
I like...
but they.
Look.
That is exquisite.
What gave it away?
You are unworthy of the name Gordon.
Get away from her, you coward!
Okay. So. Come on, come on. Examine. Why not? Okay, this will be the final time I try, and then I quit. But I just can't stand it that that the examine thingy doesn't come up now. Hey! The game feels for me too, because now we start in the greenhouse. Ha!
Can you tell me?
Blah 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 blah
Yeah.
blah.
Aye, she did.
Beautiful.
Are these?
I like...
But they. See.
Blah 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 logs.
Look.
Yes.
That.
She made...
Blue. Touchy touchy. there something else I can touch? Or no. Hello, kitty cat.
You are unworthy of the name Gordon.
Get away from her, you coward!
So he has a knife or something. Come on! Fuck the man. This is the final time. Maybe I should wait a bit before walking up to him. I don't know.
Can you tell me?
La...
Did you... Are these...
I like...
But they see...
Look at...
Yes.
That's...
What if I change? I first... Oh, okay. Never mind.
You are unworthy of the name Gordon.
Get away from her!
Get away from her, you coward!
No. Oh! I smashed the buttons and... Should I try a final time? And this shouldn't be that hard, but it is.
Can you...
Yeah. Aye.
Are these...
Aye. Look.
That's...
If this fails, I will try it one more time. Really the last time. And then it's 10 o'clock and then I'll call it a night.
You are unworthy of the name Gordon.
Get away from her, you coward!
But now it doesn't light up. Okay, as I said, one more time, and then it's over. And then we'll try it again next time when we're energized and full of hope again.
Are they're beautiful,
I like.
but they seem...
Look in.
Switching it up a bit.
Can you tell me about Cecilia?
She was.
You said she...
Aye.
Did she...
She did.
I think the game felt sorry for the doctor because she had to stay
That
outside.
is exquisite. Cecilia...
If I have to, you have to.
You are unworthy of the name Gordon.
Get away from her, you coward!
You see, now the knife doesn't light up, so I can't examine it. Well, I think I'm done. Yep. I can't take it anymore. I hope next time we Yeah, well, I'm not getting any better at it. I could try 1-1 last time because it's not quite 10 o'clock yet, but then it will be the very, very, very last time. But I think it's better for me to stop. So, everyone who was here, thank you for watching. Silverlink, geen gebruikersnaam voldoet. Hairfiend, Callus, thank you for coming, stopping by, and for the follow. If there are people watching who haven't followed me yet and would like to, please do. And next time I hope I will get the exam prompt again, because I only got it 2 times and I can't seem to find it anymore. So thank you for stopping by, and I hope you enjoyed it. I did. Have a great night, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.